the insight that I'm being given in this class, the insight that they're giving each other and as well as Brent is bringing to the table. And it gives you a little bit of hope, being able to have an open pathway, have a clear communicative line, and being able to feel like they're part of the community themselves. Because, I mean, they take the badge off and they still got to go to the grocery store. And it's like that. I need you to feel that same energy when you're pulling somebody over. I need to feel that same energy when you need to help somebody or diffuse a situation.
The ultimate goal for today is really just to close on a strong note together. To start off, just to get us all back in the same space together and get back in the habit of storytelling, I thought we could just go around really quick. If you could share the highlight of the past month or something that's been challenging.
I'm really excited. Tomorrow's an off day for me. Sunday we have the game. Huge Saints fan. I'm wigging out about that right now. So I've been really stressed out at work. I've had a very anxiety-ridden week. I love my job, but dealing with the administrative side of my job has just become to the point like it's almost unbearable. And it made me question not my loyalty to the job, because it made me realize I actually love this job, because that's the only reason I'm still here. But do I want to be with this department?
As far as like the job goes, I'm not a supervisor, but I do have a supervisor position, you know, and so I created this training that we talked about. It's really my baby, you know? And so I'm finally able to like implement it into the districts and talk about providing this interpretation services to people, you know? And so I got to introduce myself to a lot of people, so that's kind of a highlight to me. I just feel more grateful because I knew that I'm in a position where I can effect change. So consciously knowing that what I do in the field can affect everybody else in the community. Now I feel like I'm not afraid to make a change if I have to. I want to help as much as possible. I really feel bad for losing a lot of good people. I hate that CJ feels that way. I don't want to see, you know, people like him go, because those are the people that we need on this job to be successful. And I mean, he's here because he loves it.
The influence and the inspiration from being around people with a like mind. Every day that I've come in, from going to this workshop to going back onto the street, I always feel more inspired, and I'm more happy to be there, and I'm excited to take on the day, whatever challenges come.
I think the CCC also helps us to broaden that to the sense of not only in what we're doing as police officers on a day-to-day, but us as people on a day-to-day and how we operate. It's a certain level of continuous learning that needs to take place.
Welcome to Class 2 of Crescent City Corps' graduation. It's such an honor to be with y'all today. It's been a really indescribably powerful adventure with y'all. And I can't tell you how encouraged I am by the vulnerability, the openness, and the grace and courage that you guys brought to that experience was truly remarkable. And I'm so glad that we just have a chance to celebrate that today.
One thing Brent stressed about the program is being expressive and being authentic. And I don't think anybody had a problem with that.
Meeting with more community members reminds me of how I should never stop learning about New Orleans and what different people here go through, and how, as a person, I can evolve to better serve people and to better serve myself.
I think we all should know where NOPD was before. It's really important because we can understand why people feel the way they feel. Like that trust issue, you know, that the community still has, it's a huge impact.
It's a very long but very beneficial journey that we just went on. And we learned how beneficial it was for us to see things from other people's perspectives. Not just the perspective of a police officer or a local New Orleanian, but an immigrant, somebody who's homeless. And then we also got opportunities to take away and look at ourselves, the traumas that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, whether it be arriving on a homicide scene, a scene of child abuse, a scene of sexual assault. What are we doing to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves as well as our families? And I think all of us came together to show that we can make this department the best police department in the nation.
There's a direction that everyone wants to see policing go. Each of us really feel that we want to be better police officers here in the city of New Orleans. Each of us feel as if we have a dedication to this city and we want to make a difference here in this city. So I believe that the people in that room are not here for recognition. We're not here for any type of fame, but we're literally here because we want to be better people and better officers every day.
None of us would be here, none of this would be happening without this man. When this idea came to him, he didn't know who I was. He just wanted to make a difference during a very hard time in this country. And he put his money where his mouth was, and he put his reputation where his mouth was, and he put his identity and his spirit, his wisdom, his gifts. And we just want to say thank you, my man.
Picture almost, a year and a half ago, just talking about it, what place we were in as New Orleanians, what place we were in America. Before we just go ahead with forget the police, how best can we go about trying to find positive ways to reinforce this idea that, we are at whole a community. You guys came here with an open mind, you guys came here with an open heart, and you guys came here with the ability to be introspective and be analytical. This is how I could go about policing my job better or policing my community better with the mentality of how do we better each other as a community. Because of you guys, I feel like, at first I said I felt hopeful, now I just feel hope.
I love Cam Jordan. I think he's one of the best defensive end to ever do it. I didn't expect him to be president in this because he's a busy man. He's got practice, he's got games. I'm sure he has a lot of other things to attend to. He has a family. So the first day he came in, I'm like, cool. It was great to shake his hand, great to meet him. I'll never see him again. And he's been to like 3 or 4 of our meetings now. And he sat down and he's talked to us. He's participated in the meetings and the exercises. It's been fantastic. And it shows that he's more than just putting his money into it. To him, this is actually a passion project.
Cam, when you first envisioned this program, and what do you think you would get out of it?
As a community, you think about, it's like, what could I do to do something? And it's like, let's get in contact and figure out maybe an organization that's doing this legwork on the ground already, which brings us to CCC and realizing that they're a third-party entity which isn't affected by the city, which isn't getting payrolled by any government entity. It is what it is. And that was really what sort of attracted me to CCC. And that alone is what I consider promising.
Has this program changed your perception on public safety, specifically law enforcement?
Growing up, being who I am, long before I was a football player, being an African-American in America, we have to carry ourselves a certain way. I can't just go in, if I'm aggressive, I've already escalated that situation and I'm already seen as an aggressor. When I think of the policing force, when I think of my interactions that I've had over the years, my perception hasn't changed simply because I've also had great interactions in that time. I've got a godmother, again, who's a part of the policing force. I've got, a godfather who's a judge. I've got positive role models in this policing community that have allowed me to realize that there are great people out there.
His perspective keeps this from being an echo chamber of a bunch of cops sitting around and talking. It's good to have fresh, outside views of the world come in and go, okay, this is a police officer is how you view this. This is how I see it. And how can we meet in the middle and understand each other?
How do you guys feel about the whole program that you went through? How did it make you individually feel? How did it make you feel in your job? And how can you apply that to your, I'd like to say, daily work, if not life?
Talking about it earlier, we go to call. So we know, that we don't have time to actually have interactions with people. We had a lot of sessions with people with different parts of the community telling us how they felt. They were kept it real, 100. And we just had to take in all that information based on, like you're saying, the pain that they had to endure, and passed on generation after generation, and learn how to deal with that pain.
Each person is an individual, so it's not the signal, it's not what that call is, but that person is somebody, and the reason that they're calling me is because they have a problem. And so my solution should be not just what the law says and what policy says, but how can we solve your ultimate problem as opposed to what just happened in this one incident?
Eliminate some of the apprehensiveness, for
Exactly. So Cam, why do you feel like it's important for you to use your platform like this?
I don't honestly know if I'm using my platform at the best of its ability. I do know that I've been put in a position to be able to even be a part of something like this. It's an opportunity to create a positive change, a positive impact. Being able to connect or highlight a Crescent City Corps and the cohorts that you guys are being a part of and cohorts in the future, it's just the idea that it can always be more. It can always have more. You can always be a better version of you. So really, you guys are doing more. I'm just happy that I can highlight you guys.
Thank you for what you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Absolutely, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. This is a wonderful city. This is a together city. You know, everybody works together, comes together, especially in times of adversity. That's something I'm definitely gonna let my child know.
It's a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna feel like. It's a lot bigger. So it looks small when you sit up in the rafters. This is dope.
We're gonna have our 4 honor guard in the middle, and then we'll have 3 on each side and 2 on the other, okay? So let's move over to the 50-yard line and get in position.
It's absolutely incredible. You know, you spend years of your life working on something and planting seeds and tending to the garden and loving these people, and one day you're in the bowels of the Dome, which is a place that I think every New Orleanian just like dreams of being someday, and it's pretty remarkable.
It's really an honor to one, represent our department, and 2, present the colors to such a large crowd. So nervous, so we hope we're not gonna mess anything up for sure.
We're gonna make it look good. We're gonna make it look good.
Can I hear you once again, Saints fans? Are you fired up? Are you fired up? Let's go. I'm Theo Mitchell. This is your game day rundown.
I don't focus on who I'm gonna hear for instructions because it's so loud in here.
So it's kind of one of those things, life experience you'll tell your kids about.
Presenting the colors of tonight's game, we welcome and congratulate the Crescent City Corps Fellows and thank them for their commitment to improving public safety in the city of New Orleans.
Nobody but us this day. Get your minds right and get your hearts right. We're here to ride all 60 minutes. Kick ass, don't do what do.
A packed house on Halloween. One of the great home field advantages in the sport. This is a tough place to come in and play. And off we go.
Brady takes the snap. Saints bring just 3. Brady in trouble. Ball's loose. Ball's loose. Saints got it. David Onyemata.
Was knocked out by Cam Jordan. He actually pushed. He pushed the lineman into Tom Brady.
Trevor Siemian under center, right hash mark. Toss Kamara left. He bobbles it. He needs a block. He's still going to get in. Alvin Kamara, touchdown. 2nd down, 10 at the 25, minute 36. Back to pass, middle of the pocket. Time to throw. That one is picked off. Picked off to the right-hand side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Happy Halloween. I see you. That's how you do this. That's how you do this.
This insight that I've been given into the positive impact that these police officers get from this program and implement in their everyday beat, that idea that we're still a family, that we're all here together in it, every time you take it and put that shield on your chest. When I think about Crescent City Corps and its hopeful, innovative teachings that it's bringing to this group, It makes me think about how much they have tried to exceed the standards of its policing. And if New Orleans can be the beacon, then it could be the rally point for a lot of different policing forces to see how this could be a better model. Then it hopefully create a positive ripple. This is only going to help you feel like this community's family. Hopefully treat the community that you're policing like family or an extension of family. It's providing for me like a glimpse of hope for the future. I mean, hopefully one day this can transform policing.